Jimmy, this happened in just the last 10 minutes. Metro's board just met and they passed the fiscal year 2018 budget, and with that comes a fare increase and decreased service. Let's break down those numbers for you right now. If you ride Metro Rail during the peak hours, you're going to pay 10 cents more per ride once this plan is put into place in July. If you ride in the off-peak hours, it's going to cost you 25 cents more per ride. That's about $130 a year if you do it round trip each day for 52 weeks. And also there's going to be a reduction in service. If you normally take the train during the peak hours, instead of running every 6 minutes, the trains will be running every 8 minutes. Also, if you ride Metro Bus, buses right now are $1.75. That price is going to jump to $2. How does this all compare to transportation systems around the country? Well, in New York, buses are $2.75. In Philadelphia, they're $2.50. So we are still cheaper than those services. This all happening again in just the last few minutes. This plan is expected to take place in early July. Reporting live at Metro headquarters, I'm Sam Sweeney. Jimmy, back to you in the studio.
All right, Sam, thanks for that update. Now we get to another top story. Right now at noon, angry parents rallying outside a Montgomery County school demanding answers after the rape of a Rockville High student. The gathering happening all while Maryland Governor Larry Hogan and the Secretary of Education read books at Carter Rock Springs Elementary. Our John Gonzalez live this noon with the latest on that story. John?
That's right, Jimmy. We're live this afternoon at this school here in Bethesda, Maryland, only about 12 miles from Rockville High School. This is where moments ago Governor Larry Hogan and Education Secretary Betsy DeVos were inside reading to children as part of National Reading Month. Well, out here it was a completely different tone. Take a look at some of the video. Two separate groups of protesters, and the focus was on that alleged rape at Rockville High School. One group with signs that read "No Sanctuary City in Maryland." The other group signs like "Protect Our Immigrant Kids." Now, it's been 9 days since that alleged rape inside that bathroom at the high school, and school officials now confirming to us this afternoon that in the past 4 or 5 days they have received hundreds of hate-filled messages and phone calls, and some threats included threats of blowing up the school and, quote, shooting all illegal students. Well, minutes after reading to the children here, Governor Larry Hogan took a minute to talk about the investigation and the threats.
We're very concerned about the situation that happened in Montgomery County. It seems to be a tragic situation, and it's an ongoing investigation. We're just speaking with the superintendent of Montgomery County school system. We've been in constant communication with the Montgomery County Police.
While there's no credible threat at this point, the idea that someone would say they want to shoot the illegals in our schools makes everyone uncomfortable and doesn't reflect the values of Montgomery County that we have stood on for so long.
And because of these threats, as a precaution, Rockville High School called in extra police today. It's unclear if they will do the same the rest of the week. Now, Governor Larry Hogan saying that last week he asked MCPS for all the information related to this investigation. Today he told us he has some of it. He's still waiting for all of it. Reporting live, John Gonzalez, ABC 7 News.
Also new at noon, this is SkyTrack 7 above an accident in La Plata. This is on Audie Lane and Radio Station Road. As you can see, a school bus was hit. There were no kids on board, though. We're told the driver of the car was hurt pretty badly. And also new this noon, Prince George's County Police searching for this wanted man in connection with the murder of 18-year-old Alyssa Banks Black. Banks was shot to death in Upper Marlboro back in October. The $25,000 reward is being offered for information leading to an arrest. Well, developing now out of London, ISIS now claiming responsibility for a deadly attack near Parliament. Just minutes ago, we learned the name of the man behind this attack. He's identified as 52-year-old Khalid Massoud. ABC's Molly Hunter is in London, where that city remains on high alert.
The threat level to the UK has been set at severe, meaning attack is highly likely for some time.
The attacker was known to intelligence services. British Prime Minister Theresa May said he was British-born, investigated years ago by the MI5.
A terrorist came to the place where people of all nationalities and cultures gather to celebrate what it means to be free. And he took out his rage indiscriminately against innocent men, women, and children.
but swiftly adding he was not in the current intelligence picture. Shortly after she spoke to Parliament, ISIS claimed responsibility, saying he was a soldier of the Islamic State. Overnight, raids carried out in London, Birmingham, and elsewhere as the investigation continues. The UK's top counter-terrorism official announcing this morning that 8 people were arrested in the 6 raids overnight. Police still believe he acted alone, but little else is known about his identity.
It is still our belief that this attacker acted alone and was inspired by international terrorism.
The attack happening on the anniversary of last year's deadly ISIS bombings in Brussels. Counter-terror officials say 13 plots have been thwarted in the past 4 years, but stopping a lone wolf using such basic terror tactics can be next to impossible.
In that ISIS statement, they claim he was a soldier of the Islamic State, language that indicates the attack was inspired by ISIS, but not directed by ISIS. Molly Hunter, ABC News, London.
Well, we will continue to follow the latest updates out of London throughout the day. You can always find the latest on our website, WJLA.com. Now we turn to a crucial day on Capitol Hill. We are counting down the hours to the House vote on the new GOP measure to repeal and replace Obamacare. Many already predicting this bill just will not pass. ABC's Janae Norman is on the Hill with the very latest.
Confusion as House Republicans scramble to get their health care bill across the finish line. Several of them caught off guard when a last-minute meeting was suddenly canceled. Time still winding down to today's crucial vote.
We did not have all the pieces of the puzzle together. We recognize that by the evening hour.
It's a frantic fight to the finish to secure enough votes to move the bill forward. By ABC News' count, at least 28 Republicans are still a no, more than enough votes to kill the bill.
It's not going to pass as it stands right now unless they make major changes to it.
Conservative holdouts are demanding changes, including wanting the bill to go further in lowering premiums. Republican leaders and the White House are open to negotiations, but steadfast. This is their best shot to overhaul Obamacare.
There's Plan A and Plan A. We're going to get this done.
On the 7th anniversary of President Obama's signature health care bill becoming law, the namesake is speaking out. In a statement, Obama said, reality continues to discredit the claim that this law is in a death spiral. So the reality is clear, America is stronger because of the Affordable Care Act. For Republicans without a Plan B, the reality is becoming clear. They may need one.
Mr. President, if people like their doctor, can they keep their doctor? Thank you,
The situation will be fluid all day as far as the number of yes votes and conservative holdouts, and there could also still be changes to the bill. And already that vote on the bill expected to go late into the night. Janae Norman, ABC News, Washington.
Vindicated, that's how President Trump said he felt after the top Republican on the House Intelligence Committee said he may have inadvertently spied on Trump's transition team. Officials, that is. Congressman Devin Nunes says the intelligence community incidentally collected the information during the surveillance of foreign nationals. He made that announcement even before he told the intelligence community or other members of his committee.
I guess it all depends on one definitions of spying. I mean, clearly it bothers me enough. I'm not comfortable with it.
There is still no evidence that the president was wiretapped by his predecessor.
The top Democrat on the House Intelligence Committee is blasting his Republican counterpart, calling for an independent investigation. And now we turn to the forecast. A live look out here. You can see some of those cherry blossoms still hanging in there. The good news is for them, it's going to feel a whole lot more like spring than winter very soon. Chief Meteorologist Doug Hill here now with a look at our forecast. Hey, Doug.
Hey, Jimmy, and it definitely is going to warm up, but it's still cold now. I mean, brilliant sunshine, clear blue skies out there, but temperatures very cold. We're looking right now in Alexandria along the waterfront. Let me show you these numbers. At this point in March, the 23rd of March, at high noon with full sunshine, to have temperatures in the upper 30s, not something we see very often around here, but cold it is. 37 in Leesburg and Frederick, 40 in Warrenton, 40 in Fredericksburg, 36 36 in Annapolis. We'll warm up, but only to the upper 40s, we think, at best this afternoon, with plenty of sunshine. The winds are slackening quite a bit as high pressure moves overhead, but it's going to stay an unseasonably chilly day. But what will happen is the high will move offshore later. We'll start to get a more southeasterly and then a southerly wind, and there's a warm front well to the west here we're tracking. As that moves towards our area tonight, we'll see an increase in cloudiness. Temperatures might actually rise a little bit overnight and might see an early morning shower tomorrow, and then we'll start to get on track here. Wake up temperatures going to be in the mid-30s, so a little warmer than this morning for sure, and then we'll climb tomorrow through the day, and it actually looks pretty good by afternoon. So we'll see some sunshine. 30s to start the day, 55 at recess time, 62. That's more like it by the afternoon. And we can add another 10 degrees at least to our forecast over that for the day on Saturday. We'll talk about the weekend of the next 10 days for you. Coming up here in about 7 minutes, Jimmy.
All right, Doug, we'll see you then. Thank you. Coming up here on the news at noon, a major break in a series of bomb threats nationwide targeting Jewish community centers. We'll tell you more about the man under arrest. Plus, deadly hate crime. The man who traveled from Baltimore to New York just to kill over skin color. And a fire sparked by books. The incredible scene out of Florida that probably could have been avoided by a simple donation. Now a check of the traffic here at home with Angela Foster.
Thank you so much, Jumi. For the most part, problem-free for the midday ride around the Capitol Beltway, with one exception. As we go to the big picture map, you will see a little bit of red up at the north end near New Hampshire Avenue, but bigger red delays as you approach Gallows Road. We've got problems in Fairfax County. Let's head to our traffic lane cameras and give you a live look at what is going on. It is a work zone that is set up approaching Gallows Road. Within the work zone, we had an accident on the service road, blocking 2 lanes and, of course, impacting the service road as well. So we've got outer loop delays from Interstate 66 as you make your trip towards the Springfield Mixing Bowl. The other work zone on the Capitol Beltway, New Hampshire Avenue to University Boulevard, that outer loop work zone closes a lane as well. And we've got some midday slowing as a result inside the Beltway. District delays as you approach the 3rd Street Tunnel, that long-term work zone, and a live look here at the Key Bridge where you'll see the cones set up for the midday work zone, not causing too much of a headache. Just be alert for possible delays. That's the latest from Traffic Watch. We've got more news at noon when we return after the break.